up, YouTube, Facebook, everybody? What up, Insta? What up, YouTube? We got it popping off, man. What's up, Steph? Hope all you guys are having a great night tonight. Let's see here. Let's make sure. Yeah, we got this thing popping tonight. We good. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show, man. It's After Dark. My name is Jon Keene. I'm the president and CEO of Big John CBD. Welcome to this show. If you're just tuning in, all right, if you're just joining us on YouTube, Instagram, or wherever else you may be joining in from, go ahead and comment where you're watching from. What's up, Amanda Wright? What's up, Steph? What's up, everyone, man? I hope you guys are having a great night. Do me a favor. Please share this stream. Please share this YouTube stream on Facebook, on whatever social media you got. Make sure you share it out. Comment when you come into the room. Let me know who's watching so we know who's here. We got a great show lined up tonight, man. I am pumped up. I am excited, and I am ready to talk to you guys. All right, before we get going, first off, some housekeeping. Number one, everything you're going to see tonight, hear about, or find on my website is 100% legal in all 50 states. No, you do not need a medical card. No, you do not need some kind of special permission. It's all legal. We provide the highest quality CBD on the planet, period. We don't cut any corners. We use a patented extraction method that guarantees that we have the highest possible quality CBD in our products. I think all of our customers on here would agree. So with that being said, welcome to the show. You guys are going to enjoy tonight. We got a couple different things that we're going to talk about. But before we get going, all right, again, first off, please like and share this video. Hit the thumbs up on the YouTube video and like and share it so that somebody else can find it. We are still trying to get everybody from Facebook over here so that they can get the content that they want. What's up, Anthony Marquez? Anthony, you'll notice too, buddy, on your website, man, everything should have got updated today. You should have. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much for sharing. You're a champion, guys. Listen, after you share, comment that you shared. All right, that's going to be the requirement to get prizes tonight. I don't know any other way to do it than that. So share this video out at least on Facebook, if not everywhere you can or will. And then we're going to be giving away some prizes. Anthony, the Mango Kush is now available on your website, buddy. So all of that's been updated, just so you know. All right, let's see here. Who else we got in the house tonight? Who else is watching this, man? If you're on Insta, say what's up. What's up, Penny64? Penny wants to be in my video. This will be fun. Let's do this. I'm with it. We're going. This is the first time ever. You guys can't see this. Oh, Penny declined. Oh, she was playing me. I thought we was about to bring somebody on, boy. Don't send a request if you ain't gonna come on. All right, so any idea when or if you're gonna be back on Facebook? Yes, we will be back on Facebook in 5 days. We've got 5 days left, and then we'll be back on Facebook. So until then, this is what we got to make do with, guys. I know. Listen, I know that it's not ideal. I know that it is not. I know that it is not uh, perfect. You know what I mean? And if you don't like being on here, you can always watch it on Instagram as well. Because I'm live on Insta right now too. But guys, we just got to do what we got to do to get through this. Facebook did what they did. I think that we're on the same understanding now. So hopefully we've got everything. That's right. That's right, Amanda. Hopefully we've got everything to where now we won't be penalized. We didn't put anything wrong out. It's just their guidelines or whatever. So it is what it is, man. We'll be back on there hopefully in the next 4 or 5 days. And when we get back on there, of course, we are going to come back with a vengeance, and we are going to we're going to blow it out of the water. So let's see here. It didn't ask me. I swear I didn't decline. This is all new to me. Oh, she's new on Insta. Boy, you was about to go live. You was going to be on CBD After Dark, boy. And that was one of the other changes that we had to make. Not just for Facebook, but if you guys will notice, the first CBD After Dark video we shot here on YouTube got taken down. So, it's crazy. So now we're calling it After Dark. After Dark. So, these are just some of the things that you got to deal with when you're in business, when you're doing what we do. So it just kind of is what it is. We're not going to stress it. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to freak out or anything like that. We're just going to let it be what it'll be, and we'll be the only way to comment on YouTube is if you've got an account, a Google account already logged in. So you've got to have a Google account in order to comment on YouTube. Otherwise, you can comment on Instagram, or you can not comment. That's the only thing I know. But other than that, we're just going to deal with it. We'll be back on track real soon. What up, Jason Bishop? What's going on, man? I hope you guys are all having a great day today. I don't know what happened. I think, man, this is so frustrating to me. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but we're doing what we can. So, all right. Anyway, let's get it popping, man. Make sure you share this out, man, for me. We are still trying to gather up everybody from Facebook and let them know where we are right now until we can get back over there. Let them know that we're on YouTube, that we're on Insta. So please make sure you share the video out. The content for today, man, that I've been really, really on hard today is taking your thoughts and wants and desires and making them appear in the real life. And in order to do that, we talked earlier, you got to change habits. And so that's kind of been my focal point for the day. I've been doing a whole lot of meditating, a whole lot of just positive affirmations and visualizations, and combining that with trying to create new habits and putting in new work ethic and new drive, and just really trying to work on that. I mean, even somebody like me, as well versed as I am, I'm constantly trying to improve on my mindset, my personal development, my personal growth. I'm just never satisfied with it. I think there's always room for improvement. And so because of that, I spend a lot of time reading books and studying and things like that. So that's what I've really been doing pretty hard today, just because that's what I wanted to do. So that's really been what's been going on with me today. I've been doing that, and I went live at lunch and talked a little bit about that. But outside of that, man, what questions do you guys have about CBD? What questions does anybody on here have? If you don't improve, you don't grow as a person. Absolutely. 100% correct. I will figure out the YouTube thing later. For tonight, it is Insta. No worries. If you're on Insta, it's okay. If you're on YouTube, it's okay. Wherever you're watching from, I'm just glad to have you. I'm glad that you're watching. And I really enjoyed what you talked about earlier. Absolutely, Anthony. And it's real, man. It's real. It's a shame that nobody teaches this in the education system, but they don't. But it's 100% real. What we were talking about in terms of having a conscious and a subconscious, the conscious representing your creativity, your ability to learn creativity. In other words, if you read a book and it makes sense to you, your conscious mind says, okay, I can, if I do what I read in that book that I understand, I will have a better life. But then you do what's in the book, or you understand it, but you don't ever get the better life. And why is that? And that's because the subconscious is programmed, right? And so you've got to go in and reprogram. Use your subconscious 95% of the day. Your conscious mind only gets used 5% of the day. So positive thoughts alone are not enough to overwrite the habits of the subconscious mind. So like everybody always wants to blame like the outside circumstances on what's going on around them and what's going on in their life. And everybody wants to blame all of these different scenarios. And really and truly, your subconscious has been programmed by your conscious and your surroundings over an extended period of time. There's nobody operating that. It's just a machine, right? You're telling it what to do, but there's nobody to listen. It's like a tape player, and it records and then just plays back all of your memories, all the events, everything else. And so that's how your body just knows what's going on and what to do, and it's going to win every single battle because it's much stronger than your mind is. It's much stronger as far as your habits go than your creative mind. So what you got to do is reprogram, and the only way to do that is when you're 0 to 7, your mind is in a state of consciousness called theta, and in theta you're basically a sponge. You just absorb everything. You don't have necessarily a state of consciousness or a state of a subconsciousness. You're in limbo. You are absorbing all of the information that's coming around you, and that is what programs kind of what you're going to be as you're growing up, and how you're going to act, and what your responses are going to be. And so you're actually, theta is even considered to be a hypnotic state. So you're in a state of hypnosis 0 to 7. And after 7, the subconscious mind or habits start taking over. And then from 7 on up, that's what you get is the habits. So, but the cool thing is that alpha is like right now, we're awake. So this is alpha consciousness. Well, delta is when you're asleep. And in order to get from alpha to delta each day, and from delta to alpha, you've got to go through theta, right? Through the hypnotic state of mind, through the theta is where reality and imagination kind of intertwine, right? And you've got to go through that. And that happens every night when you fall asleep, right? Your state of consciousness changes from conscious to subconscious. And when that happens and you go to delta, then you go through theta. And during that time, you can reprogram your brain. You can actually reprogram your body and your habits that are in your life. So if you wanted to do something like that, and it works, I'm telling you guys, it works. What you would do is put earbuds in. I've got an affirmation video that I just put out on our YouTube channel, but you can listen to. There's millions of them. But you get whatever program you want to manifest in your life, right? Whatever you want, and you listen to it while you're asleep, because while you're asleep, your conscious is turned off, but your subconscious is being reprogrammed by whatever material is going into your body. And then your subconscious is going to start to physically manifest the things that your conscience wants. People don't understand this, and they're limited by the lack of knowledge on this topic, and by not understanding how to use this correctly, you really limit the law of attraction, your amount of influence on your surroundings and what you're manifesting into your life. You limit the powers that you have just on your human ability. Again, everybody's created, I think it's 56 trillion cells or 56 billion cells or whatever it is, and each cell contains 1.4 volts, and I think it comes out to like 1.4 million or 1.7 million volts of electricity is coursing through every living human being's body. So you have so much more energy, ability, and power than we know. The problem is that we're only using our conscience 5% of the time, and the other 95% of the time, habits are running the show, right? So you can't be in a habit of doing the same thing every day. Even though you think good thoughts and you want good things, nothing good's happening because you're doing the same thing every day. So if you want something different, you got to do something different. That is where reprogramming your habits come into place. And if you don't believe me, again, this was the concept that we used earlier during the broadcast. If you don't believe this, go into a dark room in your house when you quit watching the show tonight. You ain't got to stop right now, but when the show's over, go into a room and cut the lights off and sit Indian style on your floor, right? Close your eyes and make your body stay there for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. It's going to be uncomfortable. Your body's not going to want to do it because it's not your normal routine, and you will see right then and there the conflict between conscious and subconscious, creative consciousness and habit. You'll see it right there, and you'll know exactly within a couple minutes. You'll be like, man, I'm not fixing to sit here. And guess what? The subconscious is going to win. The subconscious is going to win, right? If your conscience was in control, you would be able to tell your body to stay, and it would sit like a dog. But it doesn't, because the subconscious is always going to win. Hey, this is what time you usually smoke a cigarette. Hey, this is what time you usually eat your bowl of cereal, or you go to the bathroom, or you check Facebook. Your subconscious is going to win because that's the program that's installed into your brain. And I understand if some of you guys maybe don't fully understand exactly what I'm saying or whatever, but through time, if you continue to watch the show, I'll continue to break this down, and you guys are more than welcome to ask any questions about the law of attraction. I've got books published on Amazon on the law of attraction. Unchain Yourself While We Are All Slaves in Our Mind is available on Amazon. Faith, Love, Success, that's another book I have published that's available on Amazon. There's content out there to help you guys gain a better understanding. A lot of people say that Unchain Yourself, that's one of my most popular books that I've ever put out. A lot of people say that really takes the law of attraction and breaks it down into normal understanding, which is something that I take pride in being able to do, but it really breaks it down into how you use the law of attraction in order to achieve the things in life that you actually want. It's a really, really cool book. Faith, Love, Success is about managing family and success, and what is your definition of success? What is your definition of winning? Is it time with your kids, time with your wife, work? What is your definition in that battle that we go through? Two really good books on that subject available for you guys. Y'all can go get. I think Unchain Yourself's like $5 on Kindle or something. So you can get that real cheap. But you've got to reprogram your brain. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to try that. If you try that seriously, if you put your earbuds in and do that for 3 or 4 days in a row, I promise you, you're going to notice a difference. You're going to feel different during the day. You're going to start doing healthier things. Take, for example, just for a second, that's why you can think all you want to, right? I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. But if your habits are unhealthy, right, your habits aren't going to match your positive thinking because you're programmed to be unhealthy, right? But if you can take that program and install it, right, into your subconscious, well, then guess what? I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy turns into your subconscious creating a healthy habit. So you are healthy, you're healthy, you're healthy. It's really unbelievable. It works for weight loss. It works for so many different things. And just to and I have no idea, guys. I put those books out like 3 or 4 years ago now. One of them, they've been out for a long time. People have been sleeping on this stuff, man. So when it comes to your subconscious, your conscious, right, and who's going to win that battle, right? It's always going to be the subconscious. So you've got to reprogram that for health or for wealth or for whatever it is that you want. You can install that program and change, right, your environment around you. It's just really incredible. The law of attraction, it really works. That's why you can be talking to somebody and y'all will bring up somebody y'all haven't seen in forever, and then you'll randomly bump into that person at the grocery store or anything else. I mean, it is what it is. It's real. It works. We're energy. We're all energy. We're waves of energy. We are vibrations of energy, and we have abilities that are really outside of what the physical manifestations that we see around us are. Like we have. That's why you have somebody that's a visionary like Elon Musk that works, 22 hours a day and takes one nap, and he's been doing that for 15, 20 years or whatever. But in 10 years, he's been able to do more than what the federal government's been able to do with NASA. That's how these people, these Jeff Bezos that create Amazon, these Gary Vaynerchuks, these Grant Cardones, all of these people, these Tony Robbins, I could go on and on, Les Brown, all of these people, they all understand the concept of positive thinking combined with the other half, which is the subconscious, programming your subconscious. And if you don't believe me, just do your own research. I'm just telling you, all of these people, that's what they do. And if you can learn how to harness that and use that, you can absolutely change everything in your life. I'm just telling you right now, if you programmed your body to wake up tomorrow and feel like you were successful and feel like you were wealthy and feel like abundance and finances flowing your way and feel that, then that's what is going to start to manifest in your life. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. I wish I could take credit and say, oh man, all of this stuff is just because there's so much intelligence, hard work, and skill that I put in. But I can't tell you guys that. Did I put in hard work? Yes. Did I use skill? Yes. But everything that lays before me today is a direct result of positive thinking, right? Reprogramming my subconscious and manifestation. I'm just telling you that is the true story to the success. Now, ego says, no, man, it was Jon Keene's ability to speak. It was Jon Keene's ability to do graphic design or web design or, yeah, okay, all of those technical abilities helped me, right, because I was living in my passion. We talk about that. So I was doing what made me happy anyway, but it was the visualization and the reprogramming of what I was expecting to happen in my day-to-day life. If you expect something bad to happen tomorrow, if you expect to run late for work again, if you expect for your boss to get mad at you again, if you expect to screw something up or to have a fight with your husband in the morning or whatever, guess what's going to happen? It's going to happen. You ask, the universe gives. It has no... Listen, this is the scariest thing about this, and this is what turns a lot of people off. You have no say-so in good or bad when it comes to the universe. All right, when it comes to energy, there is no what's the word I'm looking for? The universe does not discriminate between good and bad. So what do I mean by that? If you're focused on good things, right? Your positive mindset, you're focused on visualization on good things, then what's going to start to come in your life? Good things, right? But if you're especially if you're reprogramming, but if you're focused on negative things, and a lot of people think for whatever reason that being focused on negative things means that you sit down and you say, I don't like this, and this, and this, and this, and this. That is not what it means to focus on negative things. When you focus on negative things, that could be something as simple as, just give you an example. I just talked to somebody that just came off of the AT Trail, and so they were telling me, well, I ran into some people when I was up there that were through hiking, and I'm an avid backpacker, so we were having this conversation, and like the first story starts out like this. So I ran into probably 20 or 30 people. Man, this one guy that I ran into, he was a real smart ass, man. I didn't like him, and I don't know if he liked me. And I'm like, how's that the first story? How do you go on a week-long trip, meet 60 people, and the first person that we're going to talk about is the one person that you didn't like on the trip? All right, that right there, that is a prime example. And the person that I was talking to be honest, has turned those habits into a personality trait and now is considered to be a grumpy individual or whatever, right? But guess what? The first story out of your mouth is the bad one. You know what I mean? So So we don't see this a lot of times. We don't, and it's scary to know that the universe doesn't judge or discriminate. So if I'm focused on bad stuff's going to happen. All right, when a mugger goes out into the street and they're fixing to rob somebody, who's the person who gets robbed? It's the person that was most afraid they were going to get robbed. That's who it happens to. You can't make this stuff up. That's who it happens to. Right? Why? Because that was the energy. They were already worried about that. They put out that energy. The robber or mugger was right there. He sensed that energy. He sensed the vulnerability. He attacked that person, took that person's stuff, whatever. And guess what? On Monday morning, it's really not going to be a shocker when they go tell all their friends, man, you won't believe what I got mugged. And I promise you, 90% of their friends are not going to be shocked by that, because guess what? That's the person that something just always seems to happen to. That's the person something always just seems to go wrong for. But we don't want to say, well, we're in control. We don't want to say, well, we manifested that, because that makes it my fault, right? My fault, Jon Keene's fault. It's hard for us to say, hey, I screwed this up. I thought this into it. It's much easier to be like, oh, well, he's a bad person. It's his fault. Of course, it's his fault. He's the one that chose to do it. But at the end of the day, what you're thinking about is going to directly manifest itself in front of you, all right, unless you're living in the past. And we talked about that too, because that's a real possibility for people that have gone through traumatic experiences, is that they're stuck on a loop, like for real loop. These other people are stuck on a loop, right? But those people that are living in a past traumatic experience, they're stuck on like a straight loop going over and over and over and over again, and they have no future. They are living directly in the past. And as long as you allow the subconscious to continuously remember what it feels like to have gone through that traumatic experience, the conscious is always going to bring up that experience, and then it's a vicious cycle, and you're just stuck in limbo in the same spot, and you can't go anywhere. So again, you know, you've got to reprogram that. You've got to understand that what happened in this earth just then, whatever happened whenever I did that, there was probably some babies born, some people died, a couple people just had a car accident, a train just derailed, a forest fire probably just, right, lightning just struck a cow. Whatever just happened just then, right, is gone. It's gone. There's no going back unless I allow my conscious and subconscious to take me back to that spot. It's gone. And guess what? If you want proof, if you really want proof that your body, right, your conscious and subconscious and the physical manifestations and reality and imagination all intertwine, all right, if you hook electrodes up to an individual, all right, like they did this to runners, right, and they would have them run on a treadmill, and they would have them all hooked up, and then they would have them lay down, right, and think about running, like visualize running. And guess what? When they did, the same electrons, the same muscles fired off in their bodies for real while they were laying there still thinking about it that did when they were physically doing it. Your body does not know the difference between reality and creativity or imagination, between conscious and subconscious. It only knows what you tell it. The physical world is only a manifestation of what you have created it to be. What does that mean? That means that you can literally author a new story anytime you want. That means you can literally wipe your slate clean right this second and start over and reprogram yourself, and you can be successful. You can live the life you want. You can chase the things that are important to you. And this is the stuff that nobody wants to tell you. This is the stuff that nobody's going to stand up and say, hey, why? Because when you talk like this, some people say, oh, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. But notice it's always the people that don't have what they want in life that are going to make those accusations or those comments or those suggestions, right? It's never the people that are super successful that say, oh, that's crazy. No, they're the ones that are saying, yeah, mindset works, positivity works, law of attraction works with action, right? It works. Right? We know that there's two parts of that combination, right? You can't just sit on your couch eating Cheetos and think yourself skinny, right? You've got to put the work in too. So you've got to show, right, the physical world that you're creating your manifestation in order for it to appear. And this is a complex topic, guys. It really is. And if this is if this is everything starts out of love or fear, absolutely. You'll notice everything in life is a two-side thing. Your conscious, subconscious, love, fear, life, death, right? Light, darkness. It's all like that, man. Everything is split down the middle like that. Positive energy, negative energy. So you're 100% accurate. And but if you guys are interested in these types of topics, Amanda Wright's done put my book in the comments. But if you guys are interested in these types of subjects, absolutely let me know that you guys want to go down these roads and talk about these different things, and I would be glad. Again, this show is all about the people. I just want to bring value to you guys every single day. That's all I want to do is bring you guys value, whether that's through incredible CBD and giving you guys discounts or prizes or whatever, or whether that's through just good quality content that you guys can take and use to improve your lives and better yourself. Whatever it is, however I can make an impact for you guys, that's what I want to do. And believe me, there's a lot of content, documentation content, other content that is being created. It's still being created. And all of that stuff is going to come out, and there's going to be a lot of content and information personally, right, about how I use different things like my kids every single night, right? They listen to positive affirmations while they sleep. When I tell you guys that the programming is real, it's real. Like I don't know what to tell you, but while they're in theta going into delta, and while they're in delta coming back to theta going back into alpha, right, I want them getting as much positive information as possible. And I even record it myself so that they're hearing it from me. So not only is it positive affirmations, but it's resonated from a tone that they already know. So it just seeps right on in. And that video and other videos like that I've got on the channel. You can check them out on YouTube, and you can listen to them tonight. Let your kids listen to them. I'm telling you right now, every single kid in America, right? Every parent should have every single kid in America. If they got a smart TV in that room, there should be a positive affirmations on YouTube be playing in the background while they are asleep. It's absolutely probably the single best thing you can ever do or give your child as a parent. And I know you can post that link if you want to, Amanda. I know, right, that people will be like, well, no, a home is, a car is, me working all the time is, or me providing. No, listen, I'm telling you right now, allowing them to get the correct programming from the start will allow them to get so much further ahead in life, so much faster than the normal person, the average person. It is the single greatest asset. I believe that is the most valuable thing that I do for my children, is put that in their heads every single night. Like every single night. You are great. You are amazing. You are special. You are talented. You're going to win. You're going to succeed. All of your finances taken care of. Wealth funnels into your life. People are attracted to you. People like you. You're inspirational. You impact people. You help people. You're generous. You're caring. You're awesome. You're magnificent. You're smart. You're funny. You're beautiful. You're handsome. All of that stuff, right? Because there is power in those words. All of that stuff is just resonating into their subconscious every single day. So what's going to happen? They are going to be programmed with the habits and traits of success. That's the greatest gift I could ever give them, because that's the one thing that nobody has ever really known to give to their children, or that even existed until it was too late, right? And nobody ever really shares that. But if you know that they're doing that, and it takes 30 seconds to flip, why wouldn't you give your children that gift? Why wouldn't you give yourself that gift? Knowing that this is what's going on, why wouldn't you reprogram knowing that you could improve your life? You know what I mean? So, yeah, absolutely. Meditate for sure. And we'll be doing, listen, man, I meditate daily. I know that sounds funny or whatever, but I meditate daily. And I've got some other stuff, like I said, up my sleeve. I'm really working hard, man, to try to tie all this stuff up on the business side so that I can get back to doing what I want to do, and I don't have to have my hands in that stuff anymore. But I'm just not quite there yet. I'm really close, but again, man, we took a hit on Facebook, we took a hit here, we take a hit there, and that's prime example right there. Whose fault is it that we took that hit on Facebook? Whose fault is it? Is it my fault? Is it the company's fault? Is it Facebook's fault? Who's going to catch the blame? Well, guess what? I'll tell you who's to blame. It's me who's to blame. Why? Because I was talking about it. I was engaged, right? There were actually customers that were messaging our page, letting us know that Facebook is going on this like war, right, against CBD company or CBD companies. And we were totally in the clear. We had never had one issue, and we've been on Facebook for a long time. And guess what? I started talking about it. I started talking to my team about it. I started putting in preparations should something happen. And guess what? I acted like something was going to happen. I had my subconscious programmed to be ready to react if something happened. And so guess what happened? Something happened. Prime example right there. It's 100% Jon Keene's fault, because Jon Keene allowed his mind, or his subconscious rather, to be programmed, right, by a fear that hadn't even happened yet, and I manifested that fear into reality. So it's 100% my fault. Nobody's to blame but me. But that's the hard pill to swallow. See, if you're going to follow this mindset, if you're going to follow this training, self-awareness is vital. You've got to be able to look at yourself and say, I screwed up. Yeah, I was wrong. I screwed up. You've got to be able to look at yourself and accept fault. You've got to be able to look at yourself and address blame. You've got to be able to look at yourself and know that you're not right. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not expecting to be perfect. I have no expectations. I'm a third grade dropout from the ninth grade. My expectations were that I was going to end up homeless under a bridge or in jail somewhere, right? So everything after that's bonus. If that's what everybody told me I was going to be my whole life, and I turned out to be something far from that, and living a phenomenal life, better than what most of those people that told me all that stuff live, then what is it? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Let them think what they want to think. Let them say what they want to say. Follow your heart. Follow your dreams. I have a link for Snap, or I would post. I don't have a link for Snap, or I would post it to you. You're all good. I do too. It helps more than people think it will. I have no idea. I mentioned it to a friend. I'm sorry. Ashley, we never received your message from you. Make sure you're sending your message to the correct Snap. It's Big John CBD. Make sure you add the S. The other account is no longer active. I don't have a link for Snap, or I would post it. LOL. Yeah. I messaged you guys on Snapchat about my prize you gave me yesterday during the show. But never message. If you message on Snapchat, make sure you got the S in there. If you don't message on Snapchat, then message on Instagram, or you can message through YouTube too. So you can use either one of those. Not many people would. Big John, you're doing a great job. Absolutely. Studies show that if we teach kids to meditate, there will be less crime, because they will have learned to change their feelings about bad things by stepping back, meditating in a few short breaths. Yeah, absolutely. You know what else would change all of that is love, and parents staying around for their children and raising them the right way. That would eliminate 90% of the problem. The problem is parents can't do that because, again, self-awareness, right? In order for you to tell your kid that he's screwing up, you got to be willing to admit when you're screwing up. Otherwise, they're going to call you out on your BS, right? My 5-year-old calls me out on my bullshit more than anybody I know. So, you know what I mean? I'll be like, hey, man, you need to go make your bed. Hey, you didn't make your bed this morning, Dad. Fair enough, son. Let's go make them right now, both of us. Like, that is the authenticity of that relationship, and that is really our responsibility as parents, is to lead by example and let them know, man, you're not going to be perfect. You are going to screw up, right? Who has not screwed up since they left their parents' house? Only difference is you don't have some dude screaming over the top of you, beating you in the head with a shoe or belt or whatever, right? But we're still screwing up just like we did when we were kids. But we teach our kids pretty much that we're perfect. We can do whatever we want. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to use all this foul language around you, but when you say it, I'm going to pop you in the face. I'm going to be messy, but I want you to clean your room, or I'm going to do this, but I want you to do that. And it's a do as I say, not as I do mentality, which there's no leadership there. And I'll tell you that right now. There's zero leadership there. I have zero respect. If that's the one thing the military taught me, is I will never ask somebody to do something I won't go do myself, or I'm not willing to go do myself. I just won't. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't. And I'm telling you right now, man, that right there is killing kids in America. The fact that they're growing up watching their parents tell them to do one thing and they're doing something different. And then guess what? They have no compass, no direction, and frankly, no give a damn by the time they get out, because they know, hey, man, I know mama said to do this, but she always did that, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Or I know daddy did this, but he always did that, so it doesn't really matter what I do. And that ends up becoming their reality, and then they have problems, right? That's why you got 19-year-olds killing people for $20 bills and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic. It's sad, of course, but the problem was that 0 to 7 range that we were just talking about, and then 7 to 18 range where they were creating the habits. And then guess what? Mom and daddy didn't allow the child to get the proper programming from 0 to 7, and then mom and daddy certainly didn't instill the correct habits, truth, and integrity from 7 to 18. So guess what? From 18 to 22, these kids are out there raising hell, acting like they ain't got a clue in the world as to what's going on. And ain't nothing ever going to change that until the leadership changes in people's houses and in people's families. And that just is going to, it is what it is. So, anyway, so, you know, you've got to, you've got to be able to look yourself in the mirror and admit your faults. That's the key to success. I mean, just self-awareness. You know, I'm so self-aware. It's almost scary how self-aware I am, because I just know what I'm good at. I know what I suck at. I'm okay with like everything about me. And I know that I have these faults here and these faults here, but that's okay. And I know, and being self-aware allows you to move through environments effectively, because you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses. You know your characteristics. You know what makes you mad. You know what makes you happy. You know what ticks you off. And so, and being able to know all that allows you to be able to control your emotions. When outside chaos starts raining down upon you, you're able to control that, and it doesn't make you mad anymore. It doesn't really. That's why, like, for me, man, I could get into an argument with somebody, and literally second sentence in, man, I'm smiling and laughing and really don't care no more. Because what's the point? I'm not gonna let anything ruin my whole day or ruin more than a few seconds of my day, if I can even keep that from happening. I won't let that happen, because it's not worth it. I'm not going to allow the negative energy, the power, to come into my aura or my chi and disrupt my life or my track that I'm on with what I'm going. And so that's how I am, because I'm so self-aware. Like, I can literally, somebody will say something and I'll say something back, and then an argument will get started, and literally like that second sentence in, it clicks and it says, John, what are you doing? You're an idiot. Why are you arguing about this? Who cares? Just say you're wrong, say they're right, whatever you got to say, man. Put your ego to the side, let it go. Why are you fixing to waste 10 minutes of a conversation and pissed off feelings over absolutely nothing? It's all insignificant, man. Everything's insignificant. I hate to be the one to break it for you guys. Everything in life is all just made up of insignificant moments. Guess what? That thing that really pissed you off this morning, you ain't thinking about it now. That thing that was such a big deal last week, you ain't thinking about it now. It wasn't that big of a deal, right? That smart ass comment that your husband made to you, it ain't that big of a deal, right? It's just not. Like, people, if we could just understand it, they're just moments. They're just emotional outbursts and moments. And if we could just control ours, we wouldn't have to worry about them. You can explode all day. You can sit over there and yell all day. You can punch stuff, throw sheep, whatever you want to do. I'm at peace with me and with the environment and with the universe and with the world. And that is the mindset and the mentality. So I hope, man, that resonated tonight. Let's see here. Amanda Wright, you can message us on whatever platform you do so choose. You can get you a free prize tonight. I hope everything I said tonight resonated, man. I hope everything I said tonight clicked. I hope you guys got it figured out, man. Just bear with us as we're going through this time, man. We're trying to get back on Facebook. We'll be back in 4 or 5 days on Facebook. But until then, man, I'm going to try to keep posting the links. Just make sure you set your notifications to see first on Insta and on YouTube that you're following on both pages. And we'll be live back here tomorrow around 10 a.m. All right, I love you guys so much, man. All I want is for everybody to live happy, be happy, and experience their best life, live their best life. And I just want to bring you guys truth and honesty and not ego and lies, man, not bullcrap. I don't want to bring you, listen, there's going to be a lot of people get their feelings hurt over the next 5 years that are influencers, or they are Insta or Facebook or whatever you want to call it, right? And they are literally fronting and living this pipe dream so hard that in 5 years when reality hits and it's imploded because there was no substance there and it falls apart, there's going to be people that are going to be committing suicide. There's going to be people that are going to be mortally depressed. Be who you are and own who you are. Be who you are. If you're, and I'm just speaking right now to anybody out there that's into content creation, influencing, or anything else. Just be authentically you. You don't have to create content. You need to be documenting your life, documenting what's going on around you. That's the ticket to the dance. It's not content creation. It's not ego. It's not, let me go take a picture in a parking garage with somebody else's car. Let me go to a house that's for sale, sit on the front porch and get my buddy to snap a picture of me, or go to a hotel and get in a swimming pool and take a picture. It's not that. That is not success. That's not even a fraction of success. So audit what you're listening to, who you're listening to, and who's putting information in front of you, and just make sure that you're getting good quality content that's in line with the direction that you want to head, right? If you don't want to be at the Holiday Inn posing in a jacuzzi, then don't listen to somebody at a Holiday Inn posing in a jacuzzi. That's all I can tell you. Audit the people. Whoever you spend the most time with, you are going to be the collective of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Just straight up. I literally have my family, and 3 other people that I actually have interactions with on a regular, like, personal basis. That's it. And out of those three, none of them are related to me, like blood. So that's it. I've got my wife, my 2 kids, and those other people. That's it, because I audited who was around me. And guess what? If I can't find 5 quality people, then I'm going to have to make do with 3. If I can't find 5 quality people, I'm going to have to make do with 1. But change your environment. Start working on the subconscious. Start working on the habit side. Start working on changing the situations and the circumstances around you. And that will change everything for you in your life. All right. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day today. All right, make sure you get the moon rock while you still can. 70% sold out. So I'm going to tell you probably right now, by this weekend, moon rock will be off pre-sale, and all the pre-sale orders will be sold out. So if you want to get the moon rock, you better get it now, and you can get it pre-order, and you can still save 20% on top of that pre-order discount by using promo code LIVE. So you can jump over there and do that. Grab that while you can. That moon rock is going to blow your doors off. All right, if you guys ever have any questions about CBD products, knowledge, information, anything whatsoever, you can always shoot them to us on a messenger, and if they need to come to me, somebody on the team will make sure they get to me, and I will be glad to answer any and all questions that I can, as much as I can. All right, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. Everybody have a beautiful night, and I will see you guys real soon. All right, peace.